Pink Paper Doll. Hi loves, it's me, your girl Z, and welcome to my channel. All of my social media will be linked in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, don't be shy, subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified every time I upload. Good morning.
Feel okay?
Yeah. Hi, love. Oh, hang on, that's Pinky. Pinky's locked out. I was trying to do the intro, you guys, but my cat is locked out on the patio. Come on, baby. Come on, Pink. Anyways, you guys, back to the intro. Hi, my name is Zuri, and I do tons of lifestyle, fragrance, and pink related content. So if that's something you guys are interested in, make sure you click the bell notification below so you can get notified every time I post a video, and don't forget to subscribe as well. This video today is going to be a little bit of a different video, something I've never done before. This is going to be a work day in my life for my last day at work. Yes, you guys heard me correctly. Today is my last day at this particular job. So we're going to go through what a normal, typical day in my life would look like working, but on my last day, if that makes sense. I don't have an awful lot of stuff to do. I have a lot of ending and closing out things, a lot of preparing to leave, cleaning my computer for its return, and getting everything squared away with HR, things like that. And then I'll sit down with you guys at the end of the video and talk about why I'm leaving and what my next steps are and how I planned my leave. So for the people who are here just to watch what a workday in my life would look like on my last day of work, that's what this portion will be. I did wake up a little bit late today, so I am a little bit behind, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I'm wearing right now. I am just wearing this tie-dye t-shirt that I got from Marshall's, a gold pendant necklace that I can't even remember. Forever 21, and then I'm still in my PJ pants. I don't all the time wear my PJ pants. It just depends on how productive I want to be that day. I do suggest getting up and getting dressed, but because today is my last day, there's not much for me to do. I don't feel the need to be super productive, so I just work in my PJ pants, and you really can't see it. All of our meetings are via Zoom, so you only see like from here up, so it's fine. So let's start the day. I typically don't eat breakfast in the morning, but today I am going to make a little something to eat because, like I told you guys, it's not that I woke up a little late and it's not super busy. Like, I don't have that much to do today. The person that's taking over for me has already kind of taken over, so I'm just kind of assisting them and helping them if they have any questions, so it's not a lot for me to do. So I am able to eat breakfast, but on most days, you guys, I do not get to eat breakfast, and I normally don't eat breakfast because I don't know why, but when I eat in the morning, it makes me really nauseous. So what I'm going to have today, because I am a little bit hungry, is some fruit. Fruit, water, and tea is normally what I'll drink all the way up until my lunch break around 1 o'clock when I'm really, really hungry. So I have my cup of tea. I'm drinking this chai tea, one of my favorite teas, and I have this mug that says happiness lies within. I thought it was very fitting for today's video, and we'll get more into that at the end of the video when we do the sit down portion. But yeah, I got that. So I'm just going to chop myself up some fruit, and while I do that, I'm actually just going to turn my computer on and get my computer loaded. I'm gonna log into Slack, which is the app that we use to communicate. Oh, that's the wrong password. So everyone knows that I'm available. I'm gonna open up my emails, you guys, but I have a really bad work habits. Like, I don't have a healthy relationship with work, which we'll talk about later, which has a little bit to do with why I'm leaving my job. But I will be so anxious, like at night, thinking that I forgot something, that I'll want to get up and check my emails. And so in the morning, a lot of times the first thing I'll do on my phone is go check my emails and see what's happening, because I'm so anxious about it, which is not healthy at all, you guys. But today, since it is my last day, I'm anxious for the fact that I'm going through a change, but I'm not anxious about work. Like, I'm like, if I miss something, it's my last day. Like, there's not much I can miss at this point. And yeah, so the first part of my day usually consists of me like planning. So we're going to do that first. But before we do that, we need to put something inside of our bellies, which I think I'm going to have. I always go back and forth on whether or not I want a smoothie or just fresh chopped fruit. And for some reason today I'm feeling fresh chopped fruit. So we're going to do fresh chopped fruit, and we'll probably have a smoothie for lunch. So let me go ahead and get into making that. I'm just going to set you guys down. Okay guys, so I did the grocery shopping yesterday. I normally do grocery shopping on Sundays. So I did the grocery shopping on
yesterday, and so we have tons of fruit, so I'm so happy. I think I'm gonna do some of these blackberries, and I'm gonna have a peach, and then I want another fruit. We have some watermelon that's been in there for the past like 2 days, so I'm gonna see if it's good. If it's good, I'm gonna eat that up so we don't waste that, especially now since this is my last day of working, specifically at this job. I am very conscious about my budget and how much I spend and things like that. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, like how I plan to leave, how I saved up, and everything that went into me prepping to leave. But I'm on a really tight budget now, just to say that. So I try not to waste anything. Plus, I don't like wasting food anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up really, really poor, and some days we didn't get to eat. So I'm constantly like not trying to waste food. Okay guys, here's the leftover watermelon. Let's see. I'm just gonna smell it and see. Oh, it smells pretty good. So we're gonna go with that today. I'm just putting it in this like fruit bowl. I think this is quite a lot, so I think I'm probably gonna save the rest of the watermelon for a snack later. This peach feels a bit hard, but I'm hoping it's okay. Yeah. Okay, you guys, so we have our food in hand, and I'm just heading over to my desk. Now my setup is a little funny right now because I just got my new desk. You guys will see that. I told you in my office tour video. I'm so excited. I just got my new desk. It's not fully set up yet. I'll just give you guys a glance. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's mwah. I usually have an iMac and a 27-inch iMac and my MacBook Pro connected for work. I use them both. That's just the way that I work. I love working with 2 monitors. I do have an additional monitor, but I didn't have the space for it because I didn't have a desk, so I never actually ended up using that one. So that one's just gonna get returned back to them along with the iMac. So what I would do is I set up the 27-inch iMac and I would connect my laptop to it and work from 2 screens that way, and it worked pretty well. But since they moved my desk in and we had to disconnect the iMac and all of this stuff for work, I actually set it up right here on the table, on this little bar table in the office / dining room, on this bar table, and I decided to just leave it here because I'm gonna be returning it in the next few days. So it's kind of like, why set it back up on my desk when I'm gonna be returning it and plug all that stuff in? I just left it plugged in over here. So I'm kind of working from here for work on this little desk right now, and then I do sit, my chair's right here. So I'll sit, eat, do some work on my laptop, and then go back and stand and work here. I can sit on the bench and work here, but I just personally, I like standing and working. It keeps my blood flowing, it keeps me awake, it keeps me moving. Looks like I already have a Slack, so there's that. So my boss just Slacked me. So I'm gonna Slack him back really quick. He wants to have a meeting and chat with me before my last day today. He just said, "Good morning, it's your last day. Let's connect this afternoon to chat about things. Thanks." So just gonna Slack him back real quick. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. I am just going to Slack my supervisor back. Okay, you guys, so I'm sorry about that. I was in the middle of messaging my supervisor on Slack, and then I got a phone call from my psychiatrist. So I had to take that call because that was really, really important. I've been going through a lot. You guys don't need to hear about it, but my mom's recently been in the hospital and sick with COVID, and there's just been a lot going on, the transition with work and a bunch of stuff. Anyways, that's that. Settled that with him. He's got a new medication he wants me to try out. I'm excited but a little apprehensive because the ones that I've tried in the past have had severe side effects. He said this one has probably the least amount of side effects out of all the medications, so we're gonna try it. So yeah, I'm gonna eat some fruit and I'm gonna go over some emails. You guys can watch me do that. Typically I like to turn on Spotify and just play my music. I'll play, it depends on the day, girl, because like sometimes in the morning I need like my Cardi B, I need like my Megan in the morning, but for the most part I like to turn on like jazz, coffee, jazz, house music, and relaxing music in the morning, and then towards the afternoon, throughout the day, I'll up the ante, you know, to keep me going. So let me just go ahead and go through these emails real quick. Okay, you guys, so I am back. I just spent the past hours, 2-3 hours, answering emails, working on spreadsheets. I realized starting out this video that I never actually told you guys what I do for work. Which is like a big part of the video. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just think like you guys are my friends and like you know everything when like I never told you. What I do for work is I work in the entertainment industry. I work in post-production. If you're familiar with the film and TV industry, you know there's pre-production, there's production, and then there's post-production. Pre-production is obviously exactly self-explanatory. It's what you do to get ready for production. Production is the filming process and all that, and then post-production is the finishing process. That's where all of the editing happens, the color grading, the sound, and everything like that. So I work in post-production as a project manager for a post house. I won't tell you guys, I'm not going to speak on what company I work for because I just find that to be really unprofessional. So I won't disclose that information, but pretty much what I do is I'm a project manager there. So I manage accounts. I predominantly work with editors, post-producers, PAs, producers, directors, things like that, and to get their projects edited, finished, and up and out. So that is what I do. I have a number of accounts that I normally work with. So I think I had about, I can't remember how many I have now because it kind of changed, but it was between like 25 to 30 accounts that I manage. And prior to that, I had 17 accounts, and then my coworker who left me to take over we'll talk about that at the end of the video. She had about the same amount, so that's why now I have like about 30 or maybe a little over that, because I took over her work as well. And yeah, that's what I do. That's pretty much what I do. You guys also know that I am an actor. If you don't follow me, check out my talent channel. It'll be listed in the description below. I do tons of acting. I also write, and hopefully I'll have some projects that I can produce now that I have some time to do it. But today we are going to be filming and organize my closet and my dressing room area, because I need to organize that today. So I thought, why not make a video out of it? So we're going to do that today as well. And typically the first thing I like to do, like I said, this is my last day, so it's not really much for me to like do. But typically what I like to do is I like to plan first. So let me just set you guys here. Put you up. Since I'm not getting that many calls or emails right now, I can go ahead and kind of talk to you guys. This is why this is the perfect day. Like, I picked the perfect day to film this video, because I'm not that busy today, so I can't film. I've always seen like workday in my life videos, and I always thought they were cool. I'm like, oh, I wish I could do something like that. I'm not the best at vlogging, but I wish I could do something like that. But not only did I feel uncomfortable about doing it because I didn't want my job to find the video and I didn't want to get in trouble for anything, but also I didn't... Am I gonna have to blur out this screen? Can you guys see? I'll just try to block it so you can't see, because the logo to my job is on the desktop. Not only that, but I just really didn't have the time because I was working. You know what I mean? I didn't have the time to move a camera around, stop and talk to a camera. Like, I literally work. You guys, most days I don't get a lunch. Today I will get a lunch, and I think I'm gonna treat myself to like a hot chocolate or something. But most times I don't get to take a lunch, and the job is kind of nonstop, or I'll eat at my desk. So today we're not gonna do that because it's our last day, and we are breaking the bad habits. Today, it starts today. I have these little blue light glasses that I usually wear all the time. I have a pair of black, cheetah clear, and pink ones. These are so cute. These are the pink ones. I'm normally always wearing these. Like, I'll wear these out into the store. When I look at my phone, I try to wear these because I'm constantly looking at the screen. So I am always trying to protect my eyes. And you guys, I've been having issues with my eyes. Like, I see like black specks falling, which is really, really odd. And I think it has something to do with me staring at these screens all the time. So there's emails coming in. I really wanted to show you guys my desk, and I wanted to start cleaning out my desk. I do have to update some spreadsheets for the new coworker who took over for me. So I do have to update some spreadsheets for him. I'll probably work on that after lunch. I also have a meeting with him and the accountant to go over all of the billing for my accounts, because there's some billing that we need to clean up. And when he jumped on, we were still training, so some of the billing that he entered needs some cleaning up. So I'm going to work with him to clean up that billing. We're going to make sure everything is intact. I'm going to make sure all of the spreadsheets and information that he needs is up to date, so he has access to that. And I'm going to clean off my computer, my desktop, my iMac. I need to clean off everything. I don't think there's anything personal on there. I think I have a folder with my headshots on there. I'm going to return the computer to them the way that they gave it to me. They gave it to me clean with nothing on it, so I'm going to return it clean with nothing on it. Anyways, all the information that the new coworker needs from me is in a virtual document, a virtual folder, a virtual filing system. So he's fine. Because this is the end of August, yay you guys, and tomorrow is September 1st. I'm so excited for fall. I'm a nerd. I look like a nerd. I promise you guys I can get cute. I just look ugly because I'm working from home. I want to clean off all of my calendars. I want to clean off all of my bulletin boards. I want to put up some new quotes on my quote board. Actually, I did put up some new ones yesterday. I forgot. Yeah, these two are new. So I put up 2 new quotes last night. I felt like I was gonna need it today. I needed the confidence, okay? Any paperwork or anything that needs to go back to the office, I'm going to put all that together. Anything that needs to be shredded, I'm gonna get rid of that. You guys, I got a new planner. Here's my new planner. It says, let's keep it simple. August 2021 through December 2022. You guys, it's so cute. It's marble, it's rose gold wiring with pink at the bottom. This was $12 at Home Goods, you guys, and I love this planner. Look at the inside of it. I love that. It has pockets so I can put my little sticker sheets in there. You guys, I absolutely love this planner. If you guys want a video, like a planning video, let me know. I've never done one before, but I've always wanted to. And like I said, now that I have more time on my hands, I might be able to do some things that I want to do. But yeah, this is my new planner. It did start in August, but because I was already working out of another planner in August, I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to like switch over halfway through the month. So I'm just waiting to September to break this baby in. Tomorrow is September, so we're gonna break that in tomorrow. So I'm not gonna use this today, you guys, but I really want to. I really wanna. I typically start out with a to-do list, so I guess we can start out by writing the to-do list in my planner. This is the planner that I'm currently using. It's a Rae Dunn planner. It says the best year ever, and we're just going to write. So you guys, I picked up this notebook yesterday from Home Goods just for something to write down ideas and notes for, like, just I'm a writer. I've been writing like screenplays and music and stuff and poems and stuff down, so just to write down ideas and stuff. And it has all of these Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, all of the zodiac signs. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's holographic, but it's super cute. So writing my ideas down in that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do what I should have did at the beginning of this video, which is my planning. See, here's all the stickers, you guys, that I like to use in my planner. But the Rae Dunn, the Rae Dunn planner doesn't have that pocket, so I can't stick the stickers down in that pocket. So that's the problem with that. We're gonna go to August. I also need to go over my budgeting today, but that is just different. That's for different. Okay, so today is August 31st. Here we go. Okay, so here's the overall view of my entire month of planning, and I'm just gonna check off the boxes. I'm not gonna show you guys exactly what's on my planner yet because it's kind of private, so I'm not gonna show you everything, but just know that I'm planning. I'm gonna go down the list and check off of what we did this month, the to-do list for this month. My desk, we got that in, so I'm gonna check that off. I don't want to talk to you guys about this yet. My reel shoot, I needed to book my reel shoot and give them the deposit. I haven't done that yet. I already saved up enough and have my money for my reel set aside, but I have this thing that I do where I like to give myself a little extra leeway. So if I have the money set aside, I prefer to just keep it set aside if I have another check following that can pay for it. So I have this other check following it that can pay for it, so I'm just gonna have that pay for it, and I'll just keep that extra that I've set aside for it in my bank account, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not. I'm just rotating the money, if that makes sense. So we haven't done that yet. We can't check that off. I need to call the hospital. There's a hospital bill that I have that's out this month, and I need to call them about paying for that. I need to find a vocal coach. I haven't found that yet this month, so we won't cross that off the list, but we will probably cross it off to sometime this week. Some of this stuff, since I haven't completed it and it's the last day, what I do is I just transfer it to the next month. So that will go, actually the vocal coach will go to the next month. Acting classes, I did take acting classes this month. Leave my job, we did that. Today's my last day. I checked that off. I do want to look for aerial classes. I haven't found any yet, so that's going to go to the next month. I do also want to find some part-time work that will work with my auditioning schedule and acting and school, so I haven't found that yet. We will put that onto the next one. And then I need to find some health insurance. I think I can get health insurance with the state, so we need to look for that. And then a skin peel, that'll be next month as well. But we did get most of the big things that we needed this month done, so that's good. Now we're gonna go to the individual day, and we're just gonna write down what to do today, because that's the most important thing right now. So I like to use the bubble method. So I have to meet with DR, who is the person taking over for me. We use initials for our names at work, which is perfect because now I'm not saying someone's name on camera, which is completely and totally awkward. Oh, the camera's crooked. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, so meet with him. I have a call with my supervisor, LG. I have to clean up the spreadsheets. And I want to share those with DR. And then the meeting with DR and Eddie. And that's the accounting meeting. Who's accounting? And then I need to, at some point, I write down like everything I need for work, and then I write a separate list of what I need to just regularly do that day. I tried that method before, and that method was okay for me because whenever I wanted to double down on what I need to do for work, I could just look at the work list, and whenever I wanted to double down on what I need to do in general, I could just look at the general list. I don't know if that made any sense. So we also had a doctor's appointment today with Dr. Nguyen. That's been done. What else do we have to do today? We have to film today. And I want to go to Target. So I'm going to put a Target run because I want to see what fall stuff that they have out. So we're going to do a quick Target run on that. And then, are there any bills that I need to pay? No. Rent is tomorrow. That comes out of my account automatically, so I don't have to really worry about that. We also have to clean computer iMac. And I'm going to clean my MacBook because there is work files and there is a work program on there. We also use a system called Jump, which allows our technicians to log into our laptops and our computers and remote into our workspace, if that makes sense. And we're able to work on the VPN from our job. So they can pretty much get into my computer and see anything that's on it. So I do want to get rid of all the programs and stuff that it has been installed on my computer and change my password so no one's able to remote in, because my MacBook is my personal laptop and then the iMac is there, so they can get that back. I think we have an ops meeting today, but I'm not 100% sure about it because it was supposed to be yesterday, but the ops manager wasn't in yesterday, so they rescheduled it, and I think it's today at noon, so I'm gonna write that down. But you guys, I need to renew my passport, so I really need to look into getting my passport renewed. I'm just gonna put passport renewal. And that's really important because I do plan on traveling to go see my family soon, and also I need that for acting and modeling. They need a passport on file in case I need to travel for a project. So I have to get that to my agent, so that needs to be on there. And yeah, that's it. So this is what the list looks like, you guys. I have ops meetings over here. I kind of do like anything that's scheduled. Normally I do it in a different color, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that just so it's on my radar. Yeah, just so it's on my radar. I'll highlight that. And yeah, that's my to-do list. That's what it looks like. These are all the things we need to do today that are urgent. I say not really. I'm laughing now because I've never felt so relaxed in my life knowing that I'm not going to be stressed. A fly's in here. Get the fuck. Get out of here. Yeah, so we have on our to-do list, I have to meet with DR and the accountant to go over accounting. I have a call with my supervisor. I have to clean up my spreadsheets and share those with DR. I have a doctor's appointment. I checked that off already. I need to film today, and I have a film list. So when I see this in my calendar, film, I just go to my film list for that day and I look at the list to see what needs to be filmed, and then I'll check those off. I want to go to Target and just check out any fall stuff that they have. I need to clean my iMac and my MacBook and look into renewing my passport. So those are the main big key things that I need to do. There's also smaller things that I need to do. I also need to drop off some stuff to Goodwill because I know there's tons of stuff in my closet that's going to need to go to Goodwill. I will probably drop that off tomorrow because I need to clean the closet first before I plan to do that. And I was building, I'll show you guys real quick actually, since we have time and I can walk away from my computer. You guys, I feel so good. I normally am not even able to walk away from my computer, and I can walk away today. I've been building this little credenza, you guys. I would not suggest getting this. This was so hard to put together, but I did build most of it by myself. I got this from Wayfair. It is pretty cool and cute. As you guys can see, I'm not finished building it. I still have this drawer that I need to build. So that is on my list for today. I definitely want to finish building this. I've been trying to build this all weekend and it's just been so hard. That drawer will host these DVDs. So we really need to get that drawer up so we can get the DVDs off the floor. And then this is all of my fall decor for the living room because we're going to be doing a fall decorate with me video. Let's go say hi to Pinky because I hear her munching. Hi, Muncher. Hi, Muncher. You want some sunlight? Let's open up the blinds here. You guys, sun makes me so happy. Sometimes when, sorry, Mamita. Sometimes when I'm not like feeling my best, I'm feeling stuck at the desk and at my computer, I just get up and go step out into my patio or stand at a window and just get some sun. And it does make me feel a lot better. Hi, Mommy. Hey. Hello. Say hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Pinky. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. You're a silly one. You're silly. You're a silly baby. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm gonna actually start working a little bit more. There is some stuff that I need to do. I'm gonna get working on cleaning up these spreadsheets for DR, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit.
Telling you about all of the sales that are going on so that you can be an informed shopping on and don't discuss all of that clothing.
She likes to catch flies and she'll keep them in her hand. Let me see. What's under your paw? She'll keep them in her mouth and then drop them. Like, she won't eat them or kill them. She'll just catch them and then like try to play with them. Is he underneath the pillow, Pinky? Where did the fly go? Did you swallow him? No, mommy. Stop. Don't eat them. Normally she... Oh, here he is. There's the fly she's looking for. Mommy, he's right there. Mama, look. It's really weird that she doesn't kill him. She just wants to play with him. Bye-bye, August. Oh, you guys want to see? Here I have some like little notes there and quotes. I'm just gonna clean that off. We need a new vibe for September. Then we have our to-do list, and it says book the reel, send curly hair. Oh, I have to send a curly haired headshot smiling to my commercial agent. I need to schedule open calls, workshops. I need to enroll in acting class for this month. I need to find a manager. I need to create a story content. Oh, we can take that off. We did that. Need to update my website and clean the hard drive and MacBook. So I've cleaned off my board for the month and my calendar for the month. And I also cleaned off my to-do list for the month. So we are starting fresh for September. Yay! I have my new quotes up. You can. That's a tattoo that I want to get. And then big things start small. So happy. Everything's clean. I'm gonna put this away. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of organizing. And then I'll check back in with you guys in a second. Hey guys, okay, so it is a little bit later in the day. I updated those spreadsheets I needed to update. I'm still working on cleaning off my computer because I realized I can't fully clean off everything until after I'm done working, so that'll have to be done later today after work, before I take the computer back, or tomorrow morning before I return the computer and everything. But I did finally get myself together. I was just feeling a little, because the day is gloomy, I was just feeling a little bit, not down, but like blah. And I was like, girl, we are going to Target. So we need to get ourselves out of the blah state and into Target state. Target state. Anyways, I went ahead and got dressed. I just unbraided my hair, and I'm thinking I might pull it to a side ponytail, like a side, or maybe like a braid on the side. This way might work. I don't know. But I just threw on this cute little, like, it's not really cute, it's a comfortable white tee. And I threw on this really cute cardigan that I got from the thrift store. I love this cardigan. It's gloomy outside, but it's actually hot in California, so it's like smoggy, kind of like humid, warm, hot, kind of gloomy. So I just figured I'd throw this cardigan on, and then that way if it got a little chilly when I went to Target, I could have something to keep me warm, because I'm usually cold, especially when I go inside of stores. So I'm bringing this, but then it's just a short sleeve top. And then I have this little necklace, the same necklace that I had on from earlier. And then I threw on some black leggings and these earrings to look like I tried. I love these earrings. They're like turtle, how do you call it? Tortoise material? Turtle material? I don't know, but I love them. Yeah, and I just put on some concealer and a little bit of highlight, and I put on some sunscreen as well because I will be going outside, and I did my eyes a little bit with mascara. So trying to spiff myself up, but yeah, it's a little bit later, so we're gonna run and do our Target run. Since it is like lunchtime, I was able to clean out my desk and get everything set up for September, the new month. So that's clean and organized, and yeah, it's not much else that's going to be going on today, you guys. Like I said, I do have a meeting. I'm gonna do my Zoom meeting before I go to Target on my lunch. So this is also a good tip for you guys. You could wear whatever. You could wear shorts, you could be in your underwear at the bottom. But if you have a cardigan in your closet, I always love to keep these because you can throw it literally over anything and look professional and look like you tried. So like I'm just wearing a t-shirt really and leggings, but you throw this cardigan over it and it kind of looks like she did something with herself, doesn't it? But I'm gonna check back with you guys in a little bit. I need to talk to my family because my mom, I got such great news. My mom is getting released from the hospital today. So I have to coordinate getting her picked up and getting her home. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so checking back in, I had a phone call with for work, so I just did that. I don't know why I'm talking weird today, but I had a phone call for work, so I just did that. I needed to help out a coworker with a client, so we did that, and it is now 1:07. Yay! You guys know what that means? Target time. My camera's out of commission right now. I'm trying to upload or download all the footage off of the card so that I can clear up some space on the camera to film. So I'm filming on my camera phone. That's what's going on here. But yes, we're gonna go to Target right now. Hey guys, we're in the car. We're headed to Target, and Bunny asked me to pick him up some coffee, so I'm gonna go to the Starbucks inside of Target. I love the fall time and like Starbucks's fall coffees, and just I'm not a coffee drinker. I myself am more of a tea drinker, and I've been trying to not eat out at all this month. I was like, dang it, as soon as I do this challenge where I can't eat out at all for the entire month, of course Bunny asked me to go to Starbucks and get some coffee, but I'm gonna get the coffee because it's not September yet. Tomorrow's September, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the coffee for him. But after this, I want to try my hardest not to freaking buy any food out, because you guys, when you think about it, a cup of coffee from Starbucks is like $5, and you could get a whole bag of coffee for that amount. I didn't notice before how much I was spending on eating out. I was just like, I don't even eat out that much. Like I normally get stuff from DoorDash. Like I don't really go out to any restaurants. And so I just felt like I don't spend that much. Like I spend maybe $30 to $40, probably like on average $40 per meal from DoorDash. When I looked at it, I'm like, wait a second. If I eat out once a week, which is what my goal was initially, is just eat out once a week. So if we eat out for the month, that's 4 times 4. That's like $160 on 4 DoorDash meals in a month. I'm like, $160? That can't be right. But do the math, honey. It's right. And so I'm like, oh, no. No more of this eating out DoorDash stuff. Like $160? Can you imagine? Like that's a whole week and a half of groceries. Everyone's calling me like, it's your last day. I'm like, yes, it is. What do you want? Oh, they're like, I need help with this. I'm like, okay, no worries. I love them. Like, I love the team that I work with. Don't get me wrong. It's just the job, honey. And it's just, I'll talk about it later, you guys. Okay, lots, we are outside of Target. I'm about to go in and see what they have for fall, and I will definitely share anything that I can or anything that I find with you guys. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm thinking this throw, it's 25, I think. Try my bid to give it a fall look. Or this one. It is. Should have got a cart. Didn't. Gotta act like you see me. Okay, you guys, tell me how I spent $80 in Target. What did I get? What did I get, you guys? I don't even know. I can't even tell you. This happens to me every single time that I'm in Target. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. It happens to me in Walmart too. What, excuse me? How? What did I get that accumulated to $80? I don't know. Oh, by the way, you guys, this is like my favorite chapstick at the moment. I get this from the Dollar Tree. This is the Vaseline Lip Therapy in cocoa butter. So super soothing. I also have it in rose too. Rose has a little bit of a tint, a pinky tint. So, but this one is completely nude and I love it. Anyways, off we go. We are about to head to, I guess we're gonna go to like Dunkin' because the Starbucks in Target was closed, oddly. I'm like, wow, they picked a really odd time to close this Starbucks because fall's coming, which means everyone's gonna be wanting to get Starbucks in Target. So I don't know. Okay guys, so I actually ended up coming to Krispy Kreme's because it was right next to Target, and it's so bad because I actually ended up getting a donut, you guys. I love Krispy Kreme's donuts, the glazed donuts. Oh, so I got a glazed donut, I got a small strawberry chiller, and then they also had caramel lattes. So I got a caramel latte for Bunny. So we're all good, hopefully. Oh shoot, I forgot to tell them oat milk. Oh my god, they're gonna use cow's milk. I hope he'll be okay with that. Okay guys, I have to pay, so I'm gonna talk to you in a second. Sometimes they see the camera in the car, the people in the drive-thru, and they're like, so I'm always like nervous. Hi.
2 donuts and a drink?
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, 2 drinks and a donut. A strawberry chiller.
Give me one. Yeah, two
2 drinks and a donut, correct?
Yeah.
$9.27.
Okay.
Thank you. Shoot. Should have thought about this. Got a lot going on. Thank you. You too.
Good show. Well, aren't they done?
They are.
No.
I don't know, Eddie. I don't know if we built them for the move yet.
What was it under? I know they were a different company. It was.
Hop, skip, jump, or something like that.
There you go.
Double Dutch.
Yeah, that's still on there. I haven't built that.
Okay.
When the wiring.
I can.
What are we waiting for on that?
We were probably waiting on the text hours. I think I got those at some point. They are runway show. It's just some of them Sarah kind of popped in when I was helping with, and so that's one of the ones she kind of was helping me with. Okay, you guys, it is much later in the day. I think this is going to be the end of the video. I got tied up doing some things for work, and I kind of forgot to vlog, but you guys would have just saw me at my computer and on my phone and in a Zoom meeting. So I wanted to show you guys though what I picked up from Target really quick. So I'm going to show you guys that as we kind of talk. I'm sorry, like my attitude, okay, something is bogging me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Anyways, you guys, it was really cloudy and it was drizzling outside when I was at Target. And so, because of that, I threw my hat on. So, show you guys really quick what I got from Target. I got this blush pillow. And it's all like knitted. And it's so comfy. And I've been needing a pillow to go back there. And I was looking for the little, I think they call it like a, what is it called? Thumb bar, turn bar, something bar pillow, which is the long pillows, the little long ones. They didn't have any more of those, but I went ahead and got the big one. I'll probably order the long one online, and it's so cute. And I was trying to figure out how to bring fall into my bedroom because a lot of the things that I have that are pink are very spring and summery like. So I thought that this kind of gives that cozy, warm fall vibe. So I'm gonna pop that up on my pillow. And then that was like 30 bucks, which is a lot for a pillow. So I'm definitely gonna check like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods and see if they have anything similar to it, because $30 for a pillow, y'all, that's too much. I also picked up a blanket, the matching throw. This is a throw, right? It's 50 by 60 and it's by the Threshold brand. I am still on the hunt for a pink pumpkin pillow. So if you guys know where I can find a pink pumpkin pillow, please, 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 please let me know in the comments below. Sorry, that's work. Got that. Didn't get too many things. The next thing I picked up, I didn't go in there for this, but I saw it and I picked it up. It's just a stapler, 3-in-1 stapler set. There's staples, a full-size stapler, and this, what is this? A staple remover. And it's pink, so I had to get it. And it was only, I think it was $7.59. How much was this? $7.59. Woo, girl, you right on the bat. I do have like mini staplers that I like to carry with me in my purse when I used to hand out my headshot at auditions, but now we don't do that. Everything's virtual, so I don't really need that anymore. But I do need a full-size stapler for my desk and doing work and things like that. So I picked it up. It's pink. I'll probably end up rhinestoning the black side of it because I don't like that. You guys saw the Target dollar spot didn't have anything. I saw this little bowl filler. There's 25 little pumpkins in here. I already have some pink bowl filler that's bigger than these, but I wanted something a little small that could fit in a small dish. I also wanted some tiny pumpkins that I could glue onto the leafy garland that I have to make it a little bit more jazzy it up a little bit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but to make it look a little bit more festive. And this was only $3, and they're so cute, these little baby pumpkins. Fun fact, my childhood nickname is Pumpkin. Bet you didn't know that. Next, I was out of my liquid liner. I did purchase a new e.l.f. liner, but that one I do not like. It's this like marker one. What is it called? Intense ink eyeliner. This one, no. It dries out so quickly and it just doesn't give a dark line on your eye. I just don't like it. So that's a no for me. But I got this one. This is the Expert Liquid Liner in Jet Black. And then I saw this. They had a bunch of cute little pumpkins on a table like candles. And you guys, I was like, I don't need this. But do I? Do I? I don't know. They had one that was red packaging that smelled like cinnamon and apple. Oh my God. I might actually go back and get that one. But they have these in different sizes and scents. And what brand is this? Doesn't say what brand this is, but it's the apple cider donut scent, and it's like this mauve pink. Oh my God, y'all, this smells so good. This definitely smells like something from Bath and Body Works. You know what this smells like? This smells like the pumpkin cupcake candle with apples mixed in. That's what this smells like. But it's so cute, and I love that it was a frosted glass pumpkin. Oh, by the way, it was $5, also by the Threshold brand. So yeah, that was it, you guys. That was everything I got from Target. Again, I don't know how I spent $81.21. Like, how is that possible? I do not know. So I guess now it can be like kind of the chit-chatty part of the video where I kind of update you guys. I don't really think I'm going to be doing anything else too much. It's 5:06 right now and the workday ends at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, I don't even think I explained to you guys like my work hours or anything like that. So the office is open between 9 and 6, so I start at 9, I get off at 6, so it's almost 6. I just finished up, you guys would have saw in my last clip, I just finished up a closing meeting where we went over all the billing with accounting, and my supervisor was there, and the coworker who's taking over for me was there, and we just went over each account, every single one of my accounts, and just went down the line for where we at, the status with them, what's pending, what's been billed, all of that type of jazz. So we just got done with that, and it's 5 o'clock. I don't think they're gonna, like, there's nothing really else for me to do. The last thing that was on my list to do was to email some clients and introduce them to my to the new guy who's taking over for me. So I did send out those emails already, and I'm just kind of on standby if DR needs anything or if they need anything last minute. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I'm gonna say there's nothing else really to show you guys. I'll probably have like a few more phone calls maybe come in, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna make turkey burgers for dinner because I just want a turkey burger. I don't know why. I'm gonna make turkey burgers for dinner. Okay, so let's get into, let's just sit down and have a little talk about, you know what guys, hold on, let me get a drink. I'm thirsty. Here we go. Hey guys, okay, so I know this might be a bit confusing, but this is a different day that I'm filming this insert sit down talk with me portion. When I originally filmed that portion of the video, I don't know. Anyways, you guys, today is a different day, and now I'm sitting down with you guys to talk to you guys about my planning to quit and the reasons why I decided to move on from the job that I was at. And I had originally filmed this, but I was just sitting down editing and going through the footage, and I did not like the clip of the sit down talk to me portion. I just felt like it was a little bit all over the place. It felt like I was vomiting all of the things that had been bottled up inside of me out, and it was disorganized, And not that it wasn't helpful, but I found that it could be a lot more helpful if I organize what I'm saying, make my communication very clear, and I have bullet points for it. So to make a long story short, I just didn't like the way that clip looked to me. I want to sit down with you guys and go over everything in order and really make sure I nail every single thing that I want to mention. So I have my notes here. I wrote down everything that I wanted to mention that I didn't mention or that I felt like wasn't conveyed properly in the other clips. I'm sorry, I'm like smacking. I have a mint, well, it's not mint, it's Claritin, because I'm having really bad allergies. So anyways, let's just get into this. The first two things that I wanted to go over is the reason why I quit. And then the second thing I wanted to kind of go over is what led up to me quitting, how I planned my leave. So let's go over some reasons why I quit. I'm going to be looking down at my paper just so I stay on track, you guys. You know I'm a rambler, so you know that I tend to go off track a lot. So I'm just going to be looking at my notes so I keep you guys on track and I get the points across. So the first reason I quit is no passion. I wasn't interested in what I was doing. I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't want to grow in what I was doing. And I just felt like the job wasn't for me. I felt like I wasn't contributing anything to the world. I wasn't happy. It was just not what I wanted to do with my time. Although I was really good at my job, I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't something that I wanted to spend my time on. Some of the other reasons why I quit kind of fall into this main reason. Like my anxiety and all the stuff that came was stemming from just the fact of my job just wasn't for me. It wasn't what I wanted to do, and it didn't fit my personality. I'm really creative. I love doing creative things. And this job wasn't like that. It was very monotonous. There was very linear, if you will. So that was my main reason why I quit, is because I didn't like what I was doing. The company was a great company. Anybody else who wanted to be in this role or wanted to work for this company would be a great opportunity for them. And I didn't want to stand in the way of anybody else who this was their dream. It just wasn't my dream. So I said, let somebody else who's dreaming of doing this have the opportunity to do that, and let me step away and focus on the things that I'm dreaming of doing. So yeah, main reason was just no passion. The second reason that I had, and can I preface this part of the video by saying, by no means am I telling anyone to leave their job or to stay at a job. That's up to you. That's something you have to decide on your own. This is just me, my opinion, what I'm going through, and my experience. This does not mean it applies to you. So what I'm saying here does not apply to everyone. Just so we're all on the same page. Am I in focus? Kinda. So the second reason is no time. And by that I mean I had no time to do anything else but work. And sometimes there was so much to do that I didn't even have enough time to get all of my work done in a day. And it started to be like that every single day. I would be overwhelmed, couldn't get work done, couldn't get it finished because there was just so much being put on my plate that I handled it, and then there's more put on my plate, and I handled that, and more and more and more. There's just more and more things getting added to my plate, and it was too much. And that will tie into one of my reasons for quitting. But I wrote here, I felt like my life was consumed by my job. I would eat, sleep, and basically shit my job. Like when I go to sleep, all of my dreams would be about work. And they would be nightmares about work. Like something happened with an editor, or a director was upset, or a producer called me and I missed the call, or I forgot to send this out, or I forgot to do that, or I forgot to do that. It was always constantly like a feeling of anxiety. Like every single night I was dreaming about something going wrong with my job because I was just so worried that I would miss something because I was overwhelmed. It was to the point, you guys, where I couldn't take a lunch. And at this particular job, I started working from home at that job. And the thing about working from home is it's great if you're an introvert, which I am. I loved working from home. So don't take this as me complaining about working from home, because I actually loved working from home. What I didn't like about working from home was that there was no set office hours. There was no set turn on and turn off. Like, people had their own schedules, and as a project manager, you were in charge of making sure that the demands were met at a timely manner. So if that meant you had to get up at 6 o'clock to make phone calls and move things around, or do transportation or any of that stuff, or logistics, you had to be up to make sure it got done. And if a producer called you at 11:30 at night because that editor needed help logging into something, you had to be available to take that call. And it was like, even though our office hours were 9 to 6, where in a physical building, if you were there, you would be off at 6 and you would leave. And if a client would call your work phone, people would just answer and say, hey, I can't transfer you to that person because that person's out of the office. Then that client would have to wait until tomorrow and then reach out to you again when you were back in the office. Where now we're all working from home, the clients are using our personal cell phone numbers. They're calling us at all hours of the day. And now that people are figuring out their remote schedule from working from home, I had some editors that were working at night, and then some editors that were working early in the morning. So what that did was it made it so I had to work all day, all the time. There would be editors that would email in or ticket in or call in at like 3 o'clock in the morning saying they had a technical issue on their system. And it became too much. Like, I can't be available for you at 3 a.m. And then when you're doing logistics and you're moving equipment from here to there, and there's production shooting in Canada, and the time zones are different, it's like you have to just be available all the time. And I couldn't even take a lunch. I was taking no lunches. If I did get to eat, it was because I literally ran to the fridge and ran back to my desk. I literally could not move from my desk. It went from supposed to be an 8-hour shift to like 10-hour shifts on 10-hour shifts on average. So that was one thing that I just did not like that. I had, you guys, when I left my last day at this job, I didn't even use my vacation hours. I had so many vacation hours and I didn't even get to use them because there was no time for me to actually take a vacation. My role was heavily dependent upon by all of the other sectors of the company because I'm the project manager. I'm managing every single project. So for me to take a vacation is like impossible. I couldn't. There was no one else to do my job or take my spot. I mean, we did have other project managers, but each person had their own accounts and that they were responsible for, and everybody was overwhelmed and overworked, so they couldn't really help. So that was number 2. No time. And for me, you guys, I had to weigh the pros and cons of time and money, right? Some people say they will prefer more money. Some people would prefer more time. It goes back and forth. But to me, there's more value in time because with time, you can make more money. You can't get time with money. You can't buy time, but you can get money with time. So for that reason, to me, my time is really, really valuable. Life is short. We're all not going to be here. We're all going to the same place. We're not going to be here forever. And how you spend your time is going to be really, really relevant when you're laying on your deathbed and you're thinking, oh, geez, I wish I would have just went for that when I could. I wish I would have just lived my life the way I wanted to. I wish I would have just tried. Even if I didn't accomplish what I wanted, I wish I would have went for it. And that's something that always replays in my head. Right before my grandmother passed away, she said to me, boy, if I'd have known things were gonna end like this, I would have did my life way differently. And I was like, what do you mean by that? She was just like, I would have had more fun. And I'm not telling anybody like just always have fun. You should only have fun in your life. No, but there should be a healthy balance. There should be an amount of time you spend working and not having fun, but there should be an equal amount of time that you spend having fun. It needs to be equal. You can't work 7 days a week, 10, 12-hour days, and then only have 2 days off. And half the time, by the way, that didn't even really happen. Like a lot of times on the weekends, we would have to work because production was working, even though our office was closed. So that was another issue that I had with the whole time thing. Moving on, you guys, I want to stay on track. The next one was finances, inadequate pay. Around the time that I made my decision to start planning to leave, I had been working there for maybe like 4 months. I had just gotten acclimated to everything. I was learning a lot. I was happy with the job. I was excited about the job. I started figuring out my accounts and figuring out how to work my job into my life and not the other way around, and not make my job my life. So I was just figuring that out when a coworker of mine left. When she left, I found out the day she left. So in a meeting, in our company meeting, I found out, okay, she's not going to be here anymore. And they announced, I would be taking over her accounts. Now, I think at the time she maybe had like 17 accounts and I had 15 accounts. So that's coming out to like 32 accounts for one person, which you might think is not a lot, but when you're working with production and you're working with multiple editors and directors and producers on one production, 30 accounts is a lot. 15 accounts is a lot. 10 accounts is a lot, especially when they're trying to figure out their remote workflow, because this whole remote workflow thing is something new to all of us. So when she left, I found out the day she was leaving that she was done and that I would be taking over her accounts. And it had been discussed with me that there was potential for growth for me in the future. If I was to take on her accounts and if I was to do really well with taking on her accounts, I could possibly, why am I touching? My hair is so ugly. I could possibly grow into something new. And it was explained to me that at the beginning, I wouldn't be getting a pay raise or any compensation for it, but that if I could handle it, then, and they were happy with the work that I did, then I would, receive compensation. Which, tip for you guys, never ever do that. Never do that, or give them a time frame. Like say, okay, in 2 weeks, we'll sit down and talk about it. Like never just say, okay, sure, whenever you guys feel like I got it and I'm good, whenever y'all feel like it, you can compensate me for it. Never do that. I'm learning. So that was the main thing. My work doubled, my responsibilities doubled, my stress doubled, my anxiety doubled, my time went down double the amount it had already gone down, and my pay stayed the same. Moving on to number 4, which ties into all of these other ones, is my mental health. I wrote down here the consistent feeling of being overwhelmed. I kind of talked about that already, you guys, about me having dreams about my work. I would jump up out of my sleep sometimes and be texting and emailing. I would be afraid to go to sleep because I was afraid like an editor or someone would need something and I wouldn't be able to help them. Just not a healthy work relationship is what I'll say. The straw that broke the camel's back is, you guys, maybe if you saw my moving vlogs, I talked about when I had like a panic attack and all that. That was around when I got hired. That was around the same time I got hired. And don't get me wrong, there was other things going on in my life. I was moving, I was going through a breakup. There was a lot going on with me. But having that extra responsibility with a new job and having to learn all these new things, it was a lot of pressure on me. And I ended up being diagnosed with panic disorder. So I also had sleeping issues, which my psychiatrist tried to figure out if it was insomnia or not. So I was having really bad sleeping issues where I was so stressed, you guys, and so nervous. Like my nervous system was just jittery all the time that I couldn't relax enough to go to sleep. I would be up all night just worry. And then I had some unhealthy eating habits as well. As I told you guys, a lot of times I didn't get to eat my lunch and things like that. And then sometimes I would go without eating at all. And then sometimes I would just like eat here and there when I could. I just didn't have an appetite is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't have an appetite because I was becoming very, very, very miserable and depressed. And so when you become depressed, sometimes, I mean, it affects people different ways, but how it affects me is it's an appetite suppressant for me. I'm not somebody who gets depressed and eats. I'm somebody that if I get depressed, my appetite goes away and I don't eat. I wasn't doing any physical activities. Like I used to dance, I used to go to like acting. Mind you, it was the pandemic at the time, so nothing was open, but I just wasn't doing any of the physical activities that I normally do. Roller skating, nothing. And it was just because I didn't have time. I have to say the biggest mental battle I had with work is just feeling inadequate, feeling like no matter what I did, it was never enough. I could do everything in my power to make the day as perfectly as I can for everyone, and something would still be not enough for someone somewhere. And I just hated feeling like that. And the reason why I felt like that was because I needed help. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I did ask my I did ask for help. I did ask them to hire someone else and help me out. But as I said, here we are, and that never came into fruition. So I don't want you guys to think that like I was just going through all this stuff and I didn't talk about it with my supervisor and I didn't communicate. That is not at all what happened. I talked to my supervisor. I communicated with him on different occasions. I communicated with my coworkers what was going on. They understood what was going on. They're like, God, I don't know how you're doing it. People would say that to me all the time. Like, I seriously don't get it. Like, I don't know how you're doing it. We talked about number 4. Number 5 is no help. I already kind of talked about that, you guys. I asked and asked for help months and months later, thinking that they would get me help, and they never did. They just kept saying, Zuri, but you're so good at what you do. You're so great. You're so wonderful. You don't need any help. Like, you're a superstar. And they kept pumping me up, but I'm like, dude, I don't need a pump up. I don't need you to pump me up and blow up my skirt. What I need you to do is get me some help before something goes wrong and something, doesn't get done when it's supposed to. Anyways, I'm not going to go too in depth on that one. The 6th one is no opportunities for growth. I kind of talked about that at the beginning. As they told me at the beginning when I took over for my coworker, she was above me. She was a senior project manager. So it was told to me that after a little while, if they saw that I got the hang of it and I was doing a good job, they would compensate me for that and I could grow into a new role. 6 months later, and that never happened. I never got promoted to another role. I never got compensated for it. So I just felt like there was no opportunity for growth for me, and I also felt like I didn't want to grow there anymore. Like that's how miserable I was. Like, I'm like, I don't want to learn anything new. I've learned as much as I can take in right now, and I don't want to learn anything new because most times when people teach you something new, it's because they want you to have responsibility for doing it. I didn't want to learn anything new. I was totally uninterested in what I was doing and totally overwhelmed. So moving on to the 7th one is the main physical thing that I will be doing moving forward. You guys have heard me mention before that I'm an actor, and that's what I am. That's who I am. I'm a performer. I love acting. I love performing. I'm an artist. I love to draw. I love to sketch. That is what brings me joy. That's what I'm best at, if that makes sense. So I want to just take this time to focus on what it is that I want for myself. And I understand that I might not reach the goal that I want to reach, but I'll still be disappointed if I don't reach my goal, but I won't be as disappointed if I didn't go for my goal at all. there's this quote I heard, and I wrote it down here. So I'm just going to read it for you guys. And it rings so true to me right now. And it just says, life is short. I'd rather be at the bottom of a ladder I wanted to climb than halfway up one I didn't want to climb. No regrets. So that's just honestly how I feel. I would honestly rather be at the bottom of something I wanted to go for than halfway up something that I didn't want. And I just don't want to be old and be on my deathbed and saying, God, I wish when I was younger, I would have just tried it. Like, I would have just tried. So my last reason for quitting is my education. I've always been good at school, like always. So I never really had an issue for school. The reason why I never finished college was because I decided to move to LA and pursue my dream of acting. And when I came here, I had the plan to go back to school. I just didn't know when I was going to go back to school. And then I got wrapped up in trying to survive here and trying to pay bills. So I ended up getting 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and hustling all of these different venues, trying to figure out how I could stay here to pursue my dream, when in actuality, I never realized that I lost sight of my dream, just trying to be able to live, just trying to be able to make it living here. I knew that I couldn't pursue my dreams if I wasn't here. Now it's a little different. You could be in another state, you could be in another country and still pursue, acting and things like that. But before, that's not how it was. So I knew I had to be here. So that was one of my top priorities, but I lost sight of the reason why I'm here. I always knew I wanted to go back to school. I had planned to go back to school when I got here, and I just didn't know when, and I never got around to doing it. And I'm not 100% sure at this moment when I'm gonna go back, but I am going to go back, and I am going to complete my degree. One, because I'm not that far away. Like, I think I was like maybe a semester, maybe a year. I think I was a year short. Depending on if I switch my major or not will depend on how quickly I can move forward and get the degree. But if I stay on the path that I was on, it wouldn't take me too long. Anyways, to sum it all up, I'm not sure when I'm gonna go back, but I do plan on going back and just getting an education. And not because I want to be able to walk around and say, oh, I have a degree, but because, one, just being in the industry that I've been in and the workforce that I've been in, a lot of times these companies use you not having a degree as a way to lowball you. It's stupid, it's pathetic. You don't need a degree to be good at your job. You don't need a degree to have a good job. But if you want to reach a certain level and you want to be able to negotiate your rate and negotiate certain things, you have to have something. And a degree says, no, you have to pay me this. You can't tell me, I can't tell you guys how many times I've gotten hired for jobs, including the one that I'm leaving right now, where they're like, you're perfect, you're so good, we want you, but you don't have any experience, even though the things that you did at your last job can transition over into this job, you don't have a degree, you don't have any real tangible experience. So because of that, we're going to start you at X amount of dollars instead of X amount of dollars like everybody else is getting. And I just don't want that. If I ever decide to return to the workforce, and I'm sure I will, or ever want to work, I want to be able to negotiate my rate. And there was this quote I heard where it said, I can't remember who wrote the quote, but I'll put it up on the screen. I'm trying to talk before the sun's going down. You guys see the sun is setting? But it said, if you can't negotiate at a job, then you're a slave. If you can't negotiate, you're a slave. And I was just like, that rings so true to me. That spoke to me. I have applied and have gotten into a few options of schools that I want to attend. I thought I was going to go back to school during the pandemic, but it just didn't happen. I ended up getting this job, and I wanted to focus on getting myself in a better position in my life, because at the time I had been laid off. I had been brought back as a private contractor. I was just going through it like everybody else. And I was just like, I need to move out of this apartment. I need to do better for myself. So I took that job and decided not to go back to school and to just get in a better living situation. Now that I'm in a better living situation, I feel like now I can decide when would be a good time for me to go back to school. So ideally, I would want to go to school, focus on getting my degree while I pursue acting at the same time. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. But before the sun goes down, I'm sorry if you guys can't see me, but before the sun goes down, I am going to, I'm trying to maybe turn you guys this way. No, that's way too bright. Sorry you guys about the sun. It is setting, but I want to get through this before the sun goes down. So I'm going to talk very quickly, but I'm going to try to stick to the points. So now I want to get into how I planned my leave, and I want to share some tips with you guys for what I did. Doesn't mean this should be your way to do it. If you have a better way of doing it, definitely do it a better way. But I just figured I'd share with you guys how I plan to do it, so maybe that this could help someone in the future. So the first thing, my first tip is to save at least 6 months to a year worth of your salary. So if you make $150,000 a year, and that's what you've been living on for the past 4, 5, 6, 7 years, chances are you aren't going to want to change up your lifestyle that much. So because of that, have 6 months. I say minimum 6 months. I know people who have done it on 3 months, 4 months. I say 6 months to a year. And it allows you enough time to live comfortably without having to change anything up too much while you find exactly what it is you want to do. Find that position that you want to do. Find that pay that you want. Negotiate. Get exactly what you want. And if not exactly what you want, get close to it. And if you can do a year, I say do a year. If you can only do 6 months, I think 6 months is more than enough time to figure out what you want to do and how you're going to go about it, and to start pursuing exactly that job and pay that you want. So that's my tip there. Tip number 2 is to get any doctor's appointments done before you leave. Because I was working full-time, I had health insurance, and that was really important to me, especially during a time like this. Health insurance is very important. So my tip to you guys, and this is what I did, was every doctor's appointment that I had kept rescheduling and putting off and I went in and got all that stuff done. I got all of my prescriptions refilled. I got all of my dental work that I could get done at the time done. I did all of that so that when they did cut that insurance off, I was already set, at least for a minute. And then the next thing that I would suggest leading into that is find out about your state's health insurance. Look into other options for insurance once you leave. You're definitely going to want to have health insurance during a time like this. So I looked through my state, California. Each state is different, so I'm not going to go into like what's available in my state, because like I said, each state is different. But yeah, find health insurance, like state health insurance if you can. I know there are tons of grants and programs for people who are unemployed and things like that can help you guys out if you need it. My number 4 tip is give enough notice and train a replacement. It is so important that you train someone to replace you and that you give them enough notice. One, you don't want to ever walk away from anything with a bad rep, okay? It is not your job to find a replacement, by no means. It is not your job to make sure that they are trained. You don't have to, you're only required really, and not really, to give a 2 weeks notice when you leave a job. But you want to make sure you're in good standing with your company. You never know what's going to happen. My industry is really closely tight-knit. You work with the same group of people all the time. Even when I got this job, there was people that I worked with on jobs that I had worked before that I was now working with, just on a different side of things. So you just want to make sure that your name is very positive in the industry that you're in. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I talked to my supervisor 2 months before I left. And I said, is this enough time for you? Let me know if you need more time. Let me know what I can do. If you need more time, let me know. I'll stay on a little bit longer. I really wanted to work with him, one, because he's great. Like, I love him. We have a good relationship. And two, like I said, we'll probably work again in the future. Who knows what's going to happen? So I gave him 2 months. And you always want to keep a good relationship with your employer. I also trained my replacement. So I made sure my replacement was super comfortable. I made sure my replacement had all of the resources that I had to do my job, that my replacement had that before I left. I told my replacement and my supervisor, if ever you need anything and you feel stuck, give me a call. It's not a problem to just a quick call to help you out of a jam. So, you know, I'm just making a good name for myself. You know what I'm saying? So the fifth one is have a list of goals. And you want to think like, you want to think about what you're going to do with your time. If you're somebody who just hates your job and you're like, I'm just going to quit because I hate my job and I'm miserable, I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just telling you have a plan for what you want to do that doesn't make you miserable. Because 9 times out of 10, you have to determine whether or not you're just bored and you don't like what you're doing, or if you just like, you don't know what you want to do. So you want to make sure that if you're going to quit one thing, that you're doing something that you're sure about. So just have a list of goals. You know, I know when I left, one of my list of goals when I started planning to leave was I wanted to move out of the apartment I was in and get into a nice place, which I did. I knew that I wanted to pay off all of my debt and any outstanding accounts I wanted to bring current, which I did. I knew that, what was some other goals? Oh, I needed new headshots, and I wanted to go with this particular photographer who I knew was expensive, but he's well known in the industry, and I needed new headshots, and they're just expensive. And so I got those. The next thing that was a goal on my list was to get my reel reshot. I haven't done any work in 2 years, 3 years, so I don't have any refreshed footage. So I knew that I wanted to get my agent something that was new, clean, and refreshed, and just current. And so I saved up, and that's expensive too. I saved up enough money to get that reel shot. I haven't shot it yet, but I got the money to do it, and I will be planning that. So yeah, just I'm not going to go down my entire list of goals that I had because some of them are personal, but just have a list of goals that you want to accomplish before you leave your job. Number 6 is, I already said this, pay off any debt, outstanding accounts, and large purchases. Oh, I didn't mention that. If you want to make a large purchase, like buy a car or something like that, then do that before you quit your job. First of all, things like cars and houses and large purchases most times require a background check and employment check, and they want to see that you're employed. So you definitely want to be able to provide that when you purchase your car or whatever. So yeah, I hope I said that right. I know I'm rushing you guys, but just be prepared. If you know you're gonna want to make some large purchases, do it before you quit your job, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Number 7 is have a budgeting plan. And I don't have time right now. As you guys can see, the sun's going down, Pinky's asleep, and I need to make dinner, but have a budgeting plan. Sit down and look at your finances, look at your expenses, and plan out 6 months to a year worth of expenses, because you're going to have to pay that. Save up that money, and before you quit, have that in the background, because you're going to be able to use that. You're going to be able to, oh, Pinky kicking me. You're going to be able to survive and live and maintain your lifestyle for 6 months up to a year without changing anything. Now, if you're the type of person who you know how to hustle, you know how to cut back on things, then you probably won't need as much time as 6 months to a year. If you're comfortable with like cutting off your cutting the cable, not the cable, cutting HBO and cutting subscription services and things like that, you're okay with cutting back and shopping at cheaper places and not making any large purchases and just being really careful of your finances. If you're someone that's really good with that, then this will be a breeze for you. You could probably not save up that much. You don't want to be too broke. Yeah, have a budgeting plan. And I still say, even with a budgeting plan, cut back. Even if you save up 6 months to a year of your salary, still cut back, because what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to save like a little bit of money while you're not having anything coming in. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you guys have any questions. If you want to just chit chat in the comments below, let me know if you guys are leaving your jobs. If you left your job, how did it go? Are you thinking about leaving your job? Why? Or if you think leaving your job is a bad idea and the advice that I'm giving and the things that I'm doing is a bad idea and there's a better way of doing it, please comment it below. I love to chit chat with you guys in the comments. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Say bye, Pinky. She's out. Bye. Bye, guys.